1-0 to Arsenal after just 4 minutes.
What the?
Oh, the God! No! João Gomez. Come on, let's go!
Yeah, Gomez wins it in the middle of the box.
Free header.
Wait, that's what happens when you shoot on sight, my friends.
What the are they doing?
Yes, blood.
Trossard!
Let's go! Come on, Leo, finally! Bro, Pedro Neto.
Actually, my baller, baby. Come on.
Flicks for me and 29. Donkey Kai with the goal. He scores for Arsenal.
It is him.
Yeah, he is him. He is him, bro.
Top of the box.
No! Who is picking up the
No!
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, bro, that's a brace for Gomez. What the just happened?
Hit the like and the share button. It's a fan channel review show. Let's get into it.
Wolves 2, Tottenham 1, and fam, I can't believe it, blood. Bro, these men have fist us up twice this season, you
Fist us up.
know. Twice! Wolves, fam. We all saw what happened to them in Game of Thrones. They got sacrificed, blood. But when they come to us or we go to them, we're getting fists up, blood. I've been saying, the Brighton game, we caught life, rude boy. We were lucky, fam. You know them way there, blood? It's like a man that did a lotto and it's one straight away. We were lucky. We were riding our luck, blood. And today, brother, we got ridden, fam. That's what it was. We were getting cut open, blood. Caesarean, fam. At will.
Honestly, this is why, off the cuff, X is the goddamn man.
Blood. They were cutting us open, blood. I can't believe this,
Caesarean FC.
fam. I don't know if I was watching a football match or man was just on the doctor's table, bruv. It was Operation, fam. It was a board game, fam. The way we was getting opened up, bruv. Ric Flair, WrestleMania, you know.
Listen, I get exactly why Expressions is fuming. Because there's been warnings recently with the style. There's been warnings in terms of being cut open by teams like Wolves, teams like Brighton, and there was no plan for it. And look, Big Ange deserves a lot of praise this year. He's got a lot of things right. But when you get away with a win or two, you have to look to change something, adapt a little bit more. And I think you'll learn, Big Ange, there's no doubt. But I do get the anger. However, I got sent this clip from a man like Deji in the lead up to the Wolves game. Take a little listen to this.
We can keep our strongest 11 fit.
I know it's a little bit of a small video, but you can hear him.
I have to say, mate, it's long for every single team. And when we went against Jude, the thing that kind of upset me the most is we experimented and played Eric Dyer at centre-back, and it was an absolute royal disaster. I can't wait to play Wolves this weekend. We are going to tear you guys up with our first 11. You know what I mean? We are going to break your bones. In fact, we're going to make you all vegan, to be honest with you.
Gonna make them vegans. Deji, he upset this. Listen, the football gods are real. I'm telling you, spam it in the comment section now. The football gods are real.
Nice.
We can now clearly see what is going on with the process. Whatever they did in Dubai, keep doing it because it's working.
Did Lee Gunner just say trust the process? Did Lee Gunner just say trust the process? Not in them words. But he said he can clearly see what the process is. Oh. It's the glasses, bruv. It's got to be the... Man was just blind. He's been angry for the last 4 years because he was going blind. Oh, my God. We have liftoff.
Back from Dubai, and we have won 5 out of 5.
By the way, it's nothing really to do with Dubai. It's always been the plan this year. Reserve energy for the second half of the season. So you play slower, you play within yourself slightly. There is risk to it because it's harder to win games and you're not going full throttle. But you can't play 100 miles an hour from the beginning of the season. Dubai was just a little mini pre-season, but this was always going to happen.
First team ever in Prem history, I think, to win the first 5 fixtures of the start of a calendar year from January 1st. First team ever in the Prem to win 5 straight Prem games. The process is banging, guys. I'm taking full credit for it. Since I got the goggles, we've been electric, baby.
The thing is, the process has always been working. The process has always been working. This was going to happen in the second half of the season. Me and Lee, obviously, we sort of stopped doing straight facts for a while. Lee's focused on his own thing. But the amount of debates we had about this, we've gone backwards. The tactics have been changed. They weren't changed because of Kai Havertz or they were trying something new in terms of stylistically. It was just less reserve energy, as most champions have done throughout the course of time. Sometimes teams have started like a freight train and died towards the end, but they've built a big enough lead. So when Jose won it with Chelsea the second time around, go back and look at the results from sort of March onwards. They were starting to fade a little bit, but because they started so quickly, they had a big enough cushion. That's hard to do in a 3-horse race. So you have to pace yourself. But the process has been processing the whole time.
These likes up. Come on, hijo de putas. Come on, let's go, man. Vamos, let's go. Make sure you sub to Lee Reacts. I'm doing a Valencia-Sevilla game at 8 o'clock tonight. Kenny's fan cam will be out. Jez's fan cam will be out after this as well. And Matty, player ratings. I'm sitting there watching the City-Chelsea game. 16.5 minutes gone 0-0. And yeah, life's good, man. We've got the best goal difference in the league. We've scored 11 goals in our last 2 games. Martin Odegaard for the last 2 games has been absolutely unbelievable.
He has.
What a performance. My baller as well, yeah? My baller, yeah? My baller, Trossardinho in that. Is that what we're saying? Trossardinho back again.
Well, again, do you know what it's good to see Lee Gunner do? It's good to see Lee Gunner back the process and now state that he understands it. The way you're playing today, by the way, you won't. The current pace of Arsenal's game won't be every single game forever. There's going to be peaks and troughs. There are going to be some bad bits of form in that as well. That's all part of the process. There is no team that is perfect all the time. Every now and then you get a team that will have an almost perfect season, but that in itself is the anomaly, not the rule. Over the course of 130 years, there's always going to be peaks and troughs. And even if you get to a point in this process where Arteta isn't good enough to get you over the line, you don't stop the process. You just bring a new manager in to take it to the next level. And I do feel like this is where Arsenal fans, when it comes to the ideological side of football and what you think versus what I think they miss each other. The process is still the process with or without Arteta. But everybody sort of talks about it as, well, if Arteta leaves, the whole process falls down. And the people that don't like Arteta speak about it as, we have to start again. It's just a continuation. I don't know what's so hard to follow, but look, it's good to see Lee Gunner back in the process. It's good to see Lee Gunner happy. And listen, as I say, there's a lot of things Lee has said before that I agree with, but it's good to see now that, he's praising Odegaard, he's seeing it. I will say they're not going to keep scoring 5 and 6 goals every game. No team ever does. I looked at a stat that on average in the last 7 years, Man City averaged 2.7 goals per game. Sorry, that's not true. At home, they average 2.7 goals per game. So if one of the best teams ever is only doing it, you can't expect 5 or 6 every week. That's ridiculous. If that's your standards, you're a moron. But the way Arsenal are playing now, they're well in this title race. Good to see Lee Gunner happy. Give us your thoughts and your feelings below. Up next, take a little listen to what Jamie Carragher's had to say.
The title race, given that this is Manchester City's time in the season, we made a lot of the fact that they normally go on that huge winning run at this stage. How significant is it that they've dropped points at home today?
I think it is more for Liverpool and Arsenal to give them belief that, this City team can drop points. I don't think it's the end of the world for Manchester City today. There's still so long to go as well. And I think He's
right, it's not the end of the world. But let's not play this down, Jamie. Let's not play it down, because most pundits, most media outlets, most rivals, people that don't like Liverpool, people that don't like Arsenal, all said this City team is going to win 10-15 on the bounce. They're not going to drop points. Everybody wrote Chelsea off. In the build-up to this game, they would given not a... I had more chance of not melting in hell than Chelsea getting anything out of this game. So let us please not move the goalpost now.
All three teams who are going for the title, they've got to just get to that March international break, make sure they're still in a great position, and then the running. Who knows when the running starts? People say, now, or after the international break, or March and April is when it really hurts you. I think a lot more when you drop points. But I think tonight is not really about City. I think it's about the other two teams.
No, it's certainly about City. Let's not play this down. I think what you're doing there to Liverpool is disrespectful. What you're doing to Arsenal is disrespectful, because one, City have never been in a 3-horse race at any point. It's a different kettle of fish. Two, let's not ignore the fact that 4 or 5 times in the last 8-9 games, City are conceding. Let us not ignore the volume of chances Chelsea created, that Copenhagen created, that multiple teams against City in recent weeks have created. They are not an invincible. They are not a flawless City, as we have seen before, which is why there were 6 wins on the bounce in the Premier League. That was off the back, by the way, of a really poor run with lots of draws and a few defeats. I didn't see this team going 10, 15 games unbeaten. And I don't think they'll go 10, 15 games unbeaten or winning at the very least. Drawing's only one additional point, really, between now and the end of the season either. So I do think this is significant for Manchester City when you look at the makeup of their games and the sustainability of their performances at the elite end of the spectrum. So before anybody cries in the comments section, I'm not comparing their sustainability to Man United's or to Wolverhampton Wanderers or to Bournemouth. I'm comparing their sustainability to a title race with 3 exceptionally good teams. Arsenal were barely having the ball progressed against them. Liverpool have a 5-point gap at the top. Yes, City have a game in hand, but 4-point gap at the top, but they have to win that game in hand. And City have to go to go to Anfield, where they have a very, very, very poor record when it's Pep versus Klopp. So I think this is hugely, hugely significant for Manchester City. Now, we'll take a listen here to what Rodri has had to say about VAR.
What can I say? To be honest, sometimes it's a bit frustrating. The ball doesn't go in, and I don't want to talk about the ref, but I don't remember any game with so many VAR challenges. No one is for us. Come on, man. I mean, always you see the face of the referee is like, no, move on.
I'm going to say this now. I think I look back at all the decisions yesterday, and I can understand why Man City fans would want some of it. I don't think the handball at the end was a penalty. The pulling on Haaland, I've seen them given, but I think it was 6 of one and half a dozen of another. So I understand the gripes, but where is this energy? Where was Rodri when they got a penalty against Manchester United that wasn't one? And then 5 minutes later in the game, Højlund was pulled down in the same way. They weren't talking about it. How about when Rodri himself handballed it in his own box? Everton should have had a penalty. That could have led, by the way, to another trophy, another title for Liverpool. When you look at the points total at the end, that wasn't discussed. What about earlier on this season when they should have gone down 10 men to Arsenal? Arsenal might have scored more goals in that game. That could have, goal difference could have an impact on this season. How about a few years ago when they scored a goal that was 30 yards offside? How about earlier on this season? And I want to say it was Silva that scored, but Akanji was in an offside position. The goal was given. The PGMOL came out and apologized and said that was a mistake. And the game was in the balance at that point. So for me, I'm going to treat City, and again, City fans, if you're crying about this, then you don't watch enough of my content. I'll defend any club that has bad decisions go against them. But I will also call you out when you are silent, when you benefit from them. You cannot have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it. You're either against bad decisions or you keep your mouth shut. It's as simple and as straightforward as that for me. Until next time, everyone, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll speak to you all again soon.